Sri Bharat Vidyashram. This is your social studies teacher Felicia. So today we are going to start a lesson from civics called Judiciary. So before we start this lesson, let us have a short recap of what we learnt in our previous class. So we had learnt about a lesson from history. From trade to territory, the company establishes power. So this is about the East India Company who came to trade into India but started ruling our country. So we discussed about the Battle of Plassey, the Battle of Buxar, about Tipu Sultan and how the company officials became the Nawab, the Maratha War, and how the Britishers set up new administration and army for the company. So now getting back to today's lesson, Judiciary. Judiciary is actually an organ of the government. They involve in smooth functioning of the democratic India. So the democratic India is actually handled by the judiciary. So let's see the roles of the judiciary. The roles of the judiciary is divided into three. One is dispute resolution, judicial review, enforcing fundamental rights, and upholding the laws. So dispute resolution, I'm making it very simple for you children. Dispute resolution means solving problems between four types of categories. So they have divided that in a country there will be four types of problems. That is, one is between the government and the citizen. And the other is between the citizens. And the third one between the state and the central government. And the fourth one between the two states. So disputes can happen in four categories. So these are the categories disputes can happen. Next is the judicial review. So the judicial review means the judiciary actually can cancel any laws that is passed by the parliament. So if they think that the parliament has passed some law that is actually creating violation among the people, they can very well cancel it. And the next is enforcing fundamental rights and upholding the laws. So this means if a citizen's fundamental right has been violated, he can approach the High Court or Supreme Court. So that means like if any citizen doesn't feel that he is being given the right justice or his whatever he expected is not right, he can move from the district court, he can go to the High Court or the Supreme Court. He has all the rights to go there. So let us see what is independent judiciary. So independent judiciary, what is this? It is actually our country has separated the powers of judiciary. So separation of powers, executive, legislative and judiciary. So they have separated that the executive and the legislative should not interfere in judiciary and not function. The judiciary also will not function under any government. The judges who are appointed should not have any government interference. So they will not be with appointment from the government, so that there won't be any misuse of power. And a common Indian can approach any level of the court. So I will make you understand this part like with an example. So imagine there is a problem within people and one is from a rich person and another from a poor. So normally we have seen that the rich person influences the judge, or a politician, that is a rich politician has control over the judge and he can make the judge take the decision in the wrong way. So in turn what happens with poor people is the political party actually takes control of the judiciary and the law that is given to them or whatever has been told to the public is not on the right form, and so a common man actually gets denied of whatever his rights or whatever he needs. So the government has actually separated. They have made that the executive and legislative and the government should not be connected to the judiciary, so that such kind of violations happen. So people are not like bribed, or say like they have control over the judge or any department. So political party cannot interfere in the judiciary part. It is not easy for them to actually remove a judge from one place to another. You would have also seen children in movies where a political person will be much stronger and tries to take influence, but it is not actually possible because the executive and legislative are not connected with the judiciary. That is, they are not allowed to interfere in the judiciary. So let us see the level, the structure of the court in India. So the structure of the court is divided into three: the Supreme Court, High Court, and the District Court. So let's start with the lower level, that is District Court. So District Court in the sense, now imagine our state, Chennai or Tamil Nadu. We have in Chennai itself, if you see Chennai is a district, then you see we are living in Kanjipuram district, then comes Chengalpet district. So imagine this is Tamil Nadu and these are districts: Chennai, Kanchipuram, or Chengalpet, Tiruvallur, like this many districts. So each of this district has a court. So that is called the district court. So a state has many districts and every district has a court. And now coming to a state. So India has many states. So each state has a high court. So our high court is at Chennai. And then a country has one Supreme Court. So our Supreme Court is located at Delhi. So every district, every state has many districts and each district has a district court. And the next level is each state has a high court. And our country has one Supreme Court in Delhi. So it is said that if a common person, like in this part we saw, so if a citizen is if his rights have been violated, that if he feels he is not got the right justice in this district court, he can very well move to the high court. So he has the rights to move forward to another court. Now coming to the different branches of the legal system. So the legal system actually is divided into civil law and the criminal law. Let us see about the civil law. So civil law means it deals with any injury or harm to the right of the individual. So any injury or harm happens to any individual, it is considered as civil law, like divorce or land related matters or purchase of goods. So purchase of goods means like, see, you bought some material from a shop and it is damaged and the shopkeeper is not allowing you to replace it. It is like you have been cheated by the shopkeeper. So you can very well file a civil law against the person. In the criminal law actually deals with acts or conducts that are identified as offenses. So it is an offense. Actually the criminal law is like an offense. Example, murder, theft, or even dowry harassment. People have been tortured because of dowry also comes under criminal law, and etc. Then comes with the other part of the civil law. Only the affected party can file a petition. That is, in a divorce case, if one person who is applying for a divorce, only that person can file the divorce first. That is, can file a petition. And even in the purchase of goods, as I said, like you buy a pencil or a pen from a shop and the shopkeeper denies you the damage of the product, he is not giving you a replacement, you can file a petition. But if it is in a case of a rented house or the landowner, either it can be the tenant or the landowner, either of them can file the case. And the court actually provides a special relief that has been asked. So special relief has been asked in the sense, now you need a replacement of the pen that you bought. So the court will provide you that from the opposite party. Now you put in a petition, you go to the court and the court actually helps you win the case. And so if you're going to ask, like say, I need 500 rupees replacement, so that 500 rupees will be provided by the opposite party from the court. Okay, but coming to the criminal law. So in the criminal law, at first you have to file an FIR. FIR means first information report. That has to be filed before the police. So before a police comes to investigate, you have to file an FIR. So you go to a police station, file an FIR, and then the police will go for investigation. After that, a case will be filed in the court. Then if the person is accused, if they find the person like he is guilty or he has done the mistake, then he will be sent to the jail. Now sometimes we see like only the people who have money can get into the court. Otherwise a court is actually related, like it takes a long time, there's a lot of paperwork, you have a lot of time wasted, you have to keep going to different places. So all this thing actually doesn't help the poor. So what the government did is they brought up something called PIL, public interest legislation. So in 1980, actually the Supreme Court brought about this PIL. So that is for the justice for the poor. In this PIL, any organization or individual can file PIL. So what they can do is they can file a PIL in the Supreme Court. It is considered like a post or a telegram to the High Court, and that can also be considered as a notification for your case. And legal system has become very easy. So for the poor people, they have to just file a public interest legislation, and automatically the government will act according to them. So it is equal to going in directly to the court and also going through the process called PIL that the Supreme Court has brought about. So if you see, the Supreme Court has actually brought about so many things that even food, right to food and right to living is also being brought about by the Supreme Court. So I hope this lesson is clear. This is about the judiciary, about the civil law and the criminal law. And we also learnt about the types of court. That is starting with the district court, high court and the Supreme Court, and how the judiciary is independent. They do not come under any of these. They do not come under executive or the legislative, so that their powers are not misused. And the 4 categories of disputes. So we also discussed about the role of judiciary.